Hello, I'm Chef Almir Fonseca. I'm from the Culinary Institute of America, Greystone. And today I'm going to present to you a gorgeous recipe. It's a beautiful salad made with roasted beets, fennel, grapefruit supremes with a gorgeous roasted red beet and tarragon infused oil. It's a freshly infused oil using canola oil, roasted beets and fresh tarragon. I have some fresh beets and I made a simple marination. The marination is canola oil, apple cider vinegar, salt and black pepper. I tossed the beets on that marination and I roasted for about 45 minutes to an hour. So the beets came out nice and tender. My oil is very simple. Canola oil, lemon zest, salt and black pepper, and the ends of the beets. So I'm going to be able to utilize the whole beets on that process. So I'm going to start it out prepping everything, okay? So I have frisée, and what I did over here, I like to use frisée greens. This is not only delicious greens, have a nice little nuttiness and gentle bitterness, but I don't like to use the green part, mostly the white part. The green part tends to get a little bit bitter. So I use frisée, and I'm going to just kind of clean over here, just kind of take the brown parts out, okay? And then I'm going to break down my greens. The next component going to be fennel, and fennel is something that I absolutely love. It's right now in the season, and we can utilize that. I'm going to just simply cut the core over here, which is tend to be a little woody and fibrous, and what I'm going to utilize is the same fiber lines of the fennel to cut my fennel. I can use a mandolin, but most of you guys perhaps won't have a mandolin at home, so what you can do is just cut very, very fine. You just kind of, just kind of try to get as thin as you can, and the proportion of fennel to your frisée is not much. So right here I have it, and then I'm going to take a larger knife and I'm going to just kind of break down into julienne, so we have that just a perfect little crunchy texture on your salad. And then goes my fennel. The next component over here is going to be my grapefruit, and grapefruit is just a delicious citrus, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean up over here, and I'm going to cut the supremes, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's very, very simple. I'm going to cut both ends, and you're going to clean like so. Okay? Once you get the whole fruit peeled, you'll be able to extract the supreme of this fruit, okay? I like to get all the white parts completely out, and it's not that it's bad to eat that, but it's just like it would cut into your presentation details and tends to get a little bit bitter too, okay? So just gonna clean up a little bit. And I like to work with a small bowl over here because while I'm extracting the supreme, the juices are falling on the bowl and I can utilize. See, I get nice supreme and I get over here, push to the side, get the next supreme out. Cut over here, push to the side, get the next supreme out. Get over here, push to the side, get the next supreme out. Okay, so basically that's what I'm trying to accomplish. The nut component on this dish is going to be candied walnut, which is just fabulous. Not only a simple recipe, but is easy to make. I simply blanch in lightly salted boiling water for 3 minutes. Once it came out of the bowl, I took powdered sugar, okay, cayenne pepper, and you can make this as hot as you like. I tend to like a nice little heat on this component because it makes a lot of sense on that salad. You have this beautiful roasted beets, you have the frisée, nice and crispy, you have the fennel, and then the nuts would come into play. So right here, I have my mixture over here. Just gonna put a little more salt and pepper over here. And I'm going to simply demonstrate just the blanching component, okay? So right here, I have my nuts blanching over there. I have my blanched walnuts. I'm going to go straight into my bowl with my glaze. So this, because the nuts is gently warm, you're going to notice that the nuts are going to be glazed. And this you can do ahead of time. This can be a great snack on an antipasto platter. You know, you can pair this with some cheese and wine, and you can do a lot of stuff over here, and it's very, very simple. So allow this to just get gently golden brown, and then it will be pretty much ready to go, okay? Let me show you what I'm looking for. This is the beautifully fried and glazed walnuts. Just gorgeous. This is going to be part of the salad. So here, frisée, fennel. My beautiful glazed nuts over here. It's nice and golden brown, had great aromatic, nice and sticky because the sugar glaze over there, and was just simply fried for just a few minutes in canola oil. And I brought the oil to about 350 degrees. And I'm going to rest over here. So here's my starting of my salad. So I have beautiful glazed walnuts, gorgeous fennel, okay? I'm gonna add my supremes of grapefruits. And again, it's very important that when you add such a delicate component like that you toss the salad very gently. And I tend not to like to use tongs, or I tend to just kind of go gently with my hand like this and just to get the flavors that I want, okay? Little bit of black pepper, sea salt. And then I'm gonna go into my beet process. I'm going to have my paper towel over here. I'm gonna take a beet and I'm going to peel. And you're going to see that once you roast it perfectly, it peels very, very simply. It's just no problem at all. You'll be able to do this no time, okay? And here is a peeled beets, okay? So you see that bright color from the skin. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to utilize the same paper over here. That way it doesn't add out that pigmentation to my cutting board, and I can continue to work on that. So I'm gonna just gently cut. These scraps is what I go and utilize to make my oil. I use all the ends of the beets into the blender with my canola oil, my tarragon, my lemon zest, and salt and pepper, and then I have my freshly infused beet and tarragon oil, okay? So here, I'm just going to cut in nice little wedges. So right here, and I'm gonna save this to the next use, and I'm gonna save my ends on that. So right here is a good way to do this. Okay, so here I'm gonna use just a little bit of my dressing, which is my tarragon and roasted beets, just a little bit. I don't want the greens to be completely colored, but I want to have just a gentle little pinkish in there. It's just going to allow this plate presentation to be really, really nice, okay? Now I have a beautiful dish over here. I'm going to plate my salad. And then just a little bit of a drills of beet oil, and then a little sea salt. And I'm gonna finish it off with a crumbled goat cheese, which is gonna add a whole new component to this dish, which I absolutely love. It makes a lot of sense over here. Great ingredients generally make great foods. The technique over here is very simple, and we was able to utilize canola oil in several components. We utilized canola oil in our frying technique, which a high smoking point and use neutrality in flavor. We were able to fry the nuts in 350 degrees with no problem. We was able to utilize the oil by creating a freshly infused roasted red beets and tarragon oil, which work as not only as a garniture, but also as a dressing. Enjoy.